Greetings, my NHCBC family. Heidi here in my home office. And on behalf of the Christian Education Board, I am inviting you to CE Sunday, Christian Education Sunday, which is this Sunday, June 1st. 11 o'clock is worship, and afterwards we have our very fun CE picnic, which always ends with the water balloon toss. Now, if you're new to CE Sunday, or perhaps you've always wondered, why do we set this one Sunday apart just for Christian education? Well, as you know, I'm a professor, so I'm going to take 2 minutes here and kind of dive deep a little bit more about where does CE Sunday come from a little bit, and how is it part of our identity as a Christian and part of our DNA as an American Baptist. So, of course, I'm going to reference a book, and this is sort of like the resource rock of American Baptists. It's a Baptist manual of polity and practice. It is like a Golden Corral buffet of history, tradition, polity, doctrine, structures, etc. Really page-turning items, right? But there's some really good nuggets of information here about Christian education. And it's not really stuck in one chapter necessarily. It's actually a constant thread throughout the entire book. But I'm going to highlight 2 sections. So in one chapter, it describes the local church. And the subsection called church meetings is like the main meat of this chapter. And of course, it's talking about church meetings. And the prime meeting is worship. This is the most important meeting that we do as the local church. But right afterwards is Christian education. And I think that says something, doesn't it? Not only is Christian education important as we do our own studies on our own, but it's important to do it as a church community. And this is what the book says about Christian education. Another fundamental aspect of the life of any church is its program of Christian education. To follow Jesus requires learning, as he invites in the Gospel of Matthew. It goes on a couple sentences later on and says this in kind of a conclusion. Indeed, every feature of church life can be seen to have an educational aspect. Everything we do should help us deepen our faith and transform our lives as Jesus' followers. And if I take a hop, skip, and a jump over to what this chapter about structure and so forth, about boards, it has this to say about the Board of Christian Education. And I kind of giggle at this one. Most American Baptist churches have a Board of Christian Education to provide structure and leadership for the church's learning, sharing, and growing as Christians. It goes on to say this. It usually includes the church's intergenerational events such as picnics and parties. In other words, yes, what makes us a little bit distinct is when Baptists meet, we eat. And so this is a little bit of a recap of the importance of Christian education. And it's so important that we set a full Sunday aside to recognize how important it is to us as Christians and as American Baptists. And so on June 1st, I want you to bring not just a side dish, but also your memories of past CE Sundays. As this book talked about, Christian education transforms us. And not just here, but also here. And when these 2 things get transformed, we make memories. It becomes part of who we are, right? And we just can't keep it to ourselves. We love to share memories, right? And that's called fellowship. And if you're new to NHCBC, absolutely bring that side dish. I can't wait to see what your broccoli salad is like. But we want to make memories with you as well. So I will see you on Sunday, 11 o'clock for CE Sunday.